है मुझे अपनी पहली मुलाकात।
ये तेरी हंसी पर मैं मर ही ना जाऊं तेरी।
Good evening, everyone. Today we are doing chapter number 1, Honeydew Book, the best Christmas present in the world. So this chapter is basically about the wars that the British and the German had. So let's start with the comprehension check, page number 10, question number 1. What did the author find in the junk shop? Answer: the author found an old roll top desk in the junk shop. It was made up of oak wood in the early 19th century. So he found the roll top desk that was made up of oak in the early 19th century. So next, question number 2. What did he find in the secret drawer? Who do you think had put it there? He found a tin box containing a letter in it. The note on the box said that it was Jim's last letter, received on 25th January 1950. The receiver of the letter, Mr. Macpherson, must have kept the letter in the box. Next, question number 14. Question number 14. So comprehension check, page number 14. Who had written the letter to whom and when? This question. Jim had written the letter to the colony when he was in the war. Next, question number 2. Why was the letter written? What was the wonderful thing that had happened? Answer: the letter was written by the Jim to share with his wife a present incident that had occurred during the war. In the midst of the war, the soldier of the two enemy country fighting the war, example the British and the German soldier, came together and enjoyed the Christmas party. They shared their food, drinks, and played with each other. So let me explain. The letter was written by the Jim to share wife a present incident. So जिम ने वो लेटर इसलिए लिखा था कि वो अपनी फैमिली वाइफ को बता पाए कि वहाँ क्या हुआ था. So in the mid east of the war, mid east means the space between, जैसे like two boundaries are there. This is of German and this is of British. So there is a gap between this. This is the boundary of British. This is the boundary of German. So in this area, the space between these two borders, this is called mid-east of the war. The soldiers of two enemies country fighting war, British and German soldier, came together to celebrate Christmas. They shared their food, drinks, and played with each other. They played in the mid-east. I tell them between the space between the two borders. What jobs did Hans Wolf and Jim Macpherson have when they were not a soldier? Hans Wolf was a cello player in the orchestra, and Jim was a school teacher in the Dorset when they were not a soldier. Question number 4. Wolf had Hans Wolf never been to Dorset? Why did he say he knew? So in this question, Hans Wolf has never been to the Dorset. He just know about it by the reading books. He know about it English books. So I would be right. Hans Wolf had never been to Dorset. He said this because he had learned all he knew of Ireland from school and from reading the English books. So question number 5. Do you think Jim McPherson came back from the war? How do you know this? No, no, Jim never came back from the war because we see Connie waiting till the end of her life for him to come back and read the last letter to her. Her wait never ended. Jim probably died during the war. So Jim was died in the he she Connie was waiting for her till his last breath, and Jim was probably died, but she was Connie was waiting till the end of his life. She was about 101 year old and she was still waiting to read the last letter that she has got in the that roll top disc got on the junk shop of made up of oak wood in early 19th century. Comprehension check 15. Why do the author go to the board pot? The author went to the board pot to meet the Mr. Macpherson and hand over Jim's last letter to her. Question number 2. How old was Mr. Macpherson now? Where was she? Mr. Macpherson was 101 year old. She was in the nursing home. When she was in the nursing home because her home got on fire, so she was carried to the nursing home. Comprehension check page number 16. Who did Connie MacPurcell think her visitor was? Answer. Connie MacPurcell thought that her visitor was Jim, her husband. Question number 2. Which sentence in the text show that the visitor did not try to hide his identity? The following sentence showed that the visitor did not try to hide the identity. I found this. I think it's yours. When he came to the Coney and want to tell her about the letter he had got in the junk shop, so he don't want to hide his identity. So he said, "I found this. I think it's yours," because the address was written there. Textbook question working with text. For how long do you think Coney had kept the Jim's last letter? Give reason for your answer. Coney had kept Jim's letter till her old age because she was waiting for Jim to come and read the letter to her. Question number 2. Why do you think the disc had been sold and when? So in this question, that disc was sold by renewing it by, like, old disc is um, finished and he again painted that and renewed it, so it was sold to that person who has came to Coney to return the Jim's last letter, because when he opens the door, he got the letter tin box in which there was a letter, and when he opened that there was a letter, and written, the particular address was given there, so he came there and returned the letter back. So how would we write this? Why do you think the desk had been sold and when? The desk was not in the good condition. First, it was sold after Connie's home got fire and she was taken to her nursing home. I tell you now, the the Coney's home caught the fire, and then she was taken to the nursing home. Why do Jim and the Hans think that games or sports are a good way to resolve conflict? Do you agree? Yes, when the chapter was ending, so there the paragraph came there that if we fight, some soldiers died and their wives became withered, and children got orphans. So um, we should play the games to resolve the conflict, because no one dies in it. No wife became windows, and no children got orphaned. So how would we write? James and Hans thought that games or sports are the good way to of resolving conflict, because no one dies in the games or sports, and no children will be orphaned, and no wives become widows. I agree with what they think. Question number 4. Question number 4. Do you think the soldiers of the two armies are like each other or different from each other? With the evidence from the story to support the answer. I think the soldiers of two armies are like each other because they share their drinks, sausage, meat, sang, and even played football matches together. Mention the various ways in which the British and the German soldier became friends and find things in the common at the Christmas. The British and the German soldiers became friends by sharing smoking, laughing, talking, drinking, and eating, and by sharing the Christmas cake. All these things were common between them. Question number 6. Question number 6. What is the Coney's Christmas present? Why is it the best Christmas present in the world? Jim's letter is the Coney's Christmas present. It is the best Christmas present in the world for her, because she loved Jim very much. Although he never came back, she had kept the letter very carefully till her old age. Do you think the title of this story is suitable for it? Can you think of the another title? So it is based upon your opinion. I have taken my title. I think the title of the story is apt and suitable. Apt means suitable. Apt and suitable. Other title can be Jim's present for Coney. Thank you.